It's the 2018 Ithaqua 2S. It's a carbon fat bike by Norco. It has a really nice steep sloping top tube, a chunky bottom tube, and that means, well, there's not a heck of a lot of room in there for a frame bag, but you can get a water bottle in there as well as underneath. And there's also an interesting threaded hole back here in the chainstay. I'm thinking that might be for a rack or something. I'm not quite sure, but I'll figure that out later. It has a 197mm rear end, so it can take, well, just about any size fat bike tire, and a tapered head tube so it can fit a suspension fork. So for the drivetrain on this bike, we have a Semox crank and crank arms, a 30-tooth chain ring. It goes with a KMC chain back to a 11-speed cassette. Now this is a Sunringle 1146, so there's lots of gears there. And down here for a derailleur, we have a Shimano SLX M7000 Shadow Plus. So we go back up to the bars to connect the loop for the gearing. We have again a Shimano shifter up front, SLX 11-speed, 2-trigger shifter. You push on the one closest and you can push and pull on the one that's further away. For stopping power, we have SRAM levels, rear and front. Down on the wheels we have a 180mm Avid rotor on the front, and we have a 160 out in the back. Heading back up to the bar, we've got a Transex bar as well as stem. The bar is branded with the Norco symbol, so is the stem. Bar is 780, the stem is a 60mm. Also on the bars we have grips. These are really nice Ergon styled grips. They are quite comfortable. And over on this side we have a Trans X lever, and that connects to the dropper post. That sweeps around and goes internal. That's another thing with this bike. All the cables run internally inside the frame, which is really neat. The cables run inside the frame and connect to the 31/6 seat post here, where the Transex seat post sits. This is an air actuated seat post, so that when you flick the lever up there, the cable pulls a little switch on the bottom of this and the seat post rises. The seat is a SDG Duster with the Norco label. So on to the round bits, we have the tires. Front and rear, the Ithaqua runs the same tire. It's a Kenda Juggernaut Pro 26 by 4.5 120 TPI tire. Inside both tires there are Kenda fat bike tubes, and they're all mounted on mule foot 80s front and rear. In the rear there's a 197 KT hub, and up in the front there's a 150 KT hub. And the S in the Ithaqua 2S stands for suspension. Now this bike is the only Ithaqua in the Norco lineup with suspension fork for 2018. This is a Manitou Mastadon 100 Pro. It comes with 100mm of suspension. Over on this side, that's where you actually add your air, down on the bottom right there. Over on the other side, you have your adjustment for your rebound. And up top, you have your high speed and low speed damping adjusters. So there you have it, folks. This is a sneak peek of the 2018 Norco Ithaqua 2S. Thanks for watching.